this morning before I should have. It must have been about 9 because the light was toying on the folds of the bed sheets, laying down shadows and betraying them with illumination. Perhaps it was my tired mind rolling over whatever it was from last night that left me feeling this way, but it didn't seem a gentle toying. Consciousness must have crept into me too slowly for the world around me to take notice of my awareness. They kept on without a second glance, without a first. The air should have started up and rushed to the aid of my scorched lungs, burning from the toxic fumes I'd been thriving on last night. A night slowly emerging from my brain, at least equally intoxicated. I'm laying there, the thick amniosis draining away, thinking, so this is the world without me in it. Because that's how it feels. I'm thinking, things go on irrequisite of me. In the greater scheme of things, I don't actually matter. I'm not special. I have a goddamn bitch of a hangover, and that in itself is a pretty significant connotation of my similitude. I'm thinking about Ransom. I'm thinking what kind of trouble that rat bastard got us into last night. I'm really not sure where I met Ransom. That's not his real name for sure. I think it's something like Waller or Winston. He's more of a Ransom anyway. And I'm not real sure why I kept him around, because to be perfectly honest, I hate that man. See, I was cool with this guy, Jacob, who I should have hooked up with, except he was gay, and that kind of threw a catch in the natural process of things. He was a good friend, though, and at some point we met Ransom, who had a friend who played bass guitar. Jacob had a friend that played normal guitar, and he was a drummer. Ta-da! Real life making the band. And me? Guess that makes me a groupie. That's where I was last night. I don't have to recall it completely to know for sure that I was with his stupid ass last night at whatever little club it was that he and his dweeb band were playing. They're not really dweebish. They're actually pretty good, which is what got me hanging with them on a regular basis to begin with. I spent most of the summer after high school with them. If I ever needed an excuse, they were the reason I took a year off before going into college. It's not true, but the truth isn't so fun. I had nowhere else to go, no one else to be, and I had 3 guys and 1 badass chick who absolutely adores me. Yes, my Allison. Long, blonde hair. The kind you see supermodels wearing, and it makes you want to tackle them and scalp them, and run around howling like a banshee and waving your bounty in the air for all to see. Maybe that's me. Everything about Allison is supermodel, for real. Beautiful face, but it's not smeared with the most putrid goth colors you can find and bathed in sweat and grease from the stage. She's the one person I know who looks fasting in the morning. It's like her natural beauty knows that all that shit doesn't belong in her face and projects it off like little nasty makeup bombs. It's gross. She's perfect. She tries real hard to fight it, to disguise it, to ruin it, but it's there to stay. And Ransom, I'm grateful for him more than you know. It was that fight that released me from my groupie spell. So I got up. I broke the trance. I put it all out of my mind and ripped my sorry ass out of the bedsheets like a mouse trying to dislodge itself from one of those glue traps. See, their muscles aren't equipped to withstand the strain of an unnatural position for very long, and when they give out, they can't hold their head up, can't breathe. It's how Jesus died on the cross. Except I'm not Jesus and I'm not a fucking rat, so I peeled myself up and hit the shower. Sitting up, though, feeling dizzy and nauseous, and generally like a piece of shit lodged in a toilet drain with filthy water backing up around me. This is a comfort. Last night's raving sense of significance, whatever that was, because I still can't remember, is a blur. Sleep is evanescent, and nothing encourages evaporation more than a hot shower. One of those really steamy ones that leach all of the poison right out of your pores. The spray of water less hit me than magnetized me, attracted by my needs. I stood in my hygienic prison cell, my cubicle cleanliness, bringing with it water and the stinging of my eyes from its retention of cigarette smoke and whatever smells you pick up at a concert. I really would have rather licked myself clean. Last night, I remember now. Some punk drunk comes right up to the stage and starts talking shit to this great big black man, like he stands a chance up against him. Ransom's like Mean Joe Green, the not-so-jolly green giant, except black as night and scarier than Christmas elves. And they're pretty scary. He's got that new age son of a Satan thing going on, and he's an angry motherfucker. So what does the spawn of pure evil do with this crackhead-looking little girl of a wish he was a man? Steps off stage with his microphone, wraps it around the guy's neck, throws him on the ground, sits on him, and proceeds to attempt a homicide. Jacob and Gonad jump down from their respective perches and pull him off. Allison looks at me, and I know she knows that it's for me. Carry a knife, and I'm still scared. I'm not living like this anymore. I hate it at home, but this is crazy. I love Allison like mad, and I'll miss the guys, but god damn, Ransom's sitting on this boy trying to rip through his neck with a microphone wire. Sometimes you just wish you knew the answer. There's just so many more question marks. Therein lies the comfort of mourning, no matter how nauseous. Yesterday's forgettable sin becomes just that, yesterday. The dawn reeked of potential, a wealth of possibility, and the forgiveness of all the shit I trapped around my life. Yesterday.